Okay, this should be interesting. Well now, it looks like I actually started streaming. Well, you know. So, for those of you joining, eventually, my name is E.R. Hendricks. You can call me Hendrix, as most people do on various streams. You can also call me Gene. If you hear any whining in the background, that's one of my dogs. But I thought I would... that would be him. But I thought that I would start out doing some Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Why? Well, it's the 40th anniversary of Castlevania this year, and it's one of my favorite games. So, why not? Just a little bit of a warning. I am probably going to pause quite a bit and talk about stuff. Dracula-related, other game-related, whatever. It's just how this is going to work. So if you want a smooth, only gameplay version, this is probably not the stream for you. But what the heck, let's get going. So we're going to start Symphony of the Night, brand new game, and see how this goes. I have absolutely no idea how long I'm going to be playing, how often I'm going to stream, whatever. No data. Right. So we're going to get started here with a brand new game. And we're going to call this Twitch. That's why I'm streaming on. There we go. And it's been a while since I played this. Journey back to 1792 and the Transylvania countryside of Romania. I pause. I will slip into narrator voice every now and again, just because, hey, that's what I do. Now, this is one of the first games I got when I got PlayStation 1. This and Final Fantasy VII. Because I played Castlevania for a while. And my first Castlevania game being Castlevania 2, as a matter of fact, not the original. And I like the role-playing aspects of that. And guess what? This has a lot of that in it. So, what the heck? And for once, it wasn't a Belmont. Which is, you know... I didn't play any of the SNES games, so I don't know much about those. I went right from the NES to the PS1. And went from there. Alright. I know you're supposed to be able to do various things with Richter, like twirl the whip around and all that. But this is one of those things I never... And you're also supposed to be able to hear how well you finish it, etc., etc. I never really bothered with that.
Dracula, die now and leave this world. You'll never belong here.
Oh, but this world invited me. Your own kind called me forth with praise and tribute.
Tribute? You're a thief. You steal men's souls, their freedom.
Freedom is always sacrificed to faith, good hunter. Or are you truly here by choice?
All I'm here for is you. To hell with your heresy! You're nothing but a blight on mankind.
Ha! Mankind. A cesspit of hatred and lies. Fight for them, and
Here we
die
go.
for their sins. Feel true power.
This is going to be a while, I think. Like I said, I am really, really rusty. Where are you? Time.
Richter!
Thank you.
I'll lend you my strength!
I know you're supposed to get a bonus if Maria doesn't come in, etc., etc. Yeah.
Impossible. Not this time.
One of these days I'm actually going to play this game as Richter, but I have no idea when that's going to be.
Count Dracula had risen with the aid of the Dark Priest Shaft to menace humanity once again. The legendary vampire hunter, Richter Belmont, stood against him and at last brought him down. However, 4 years later, on a glaring full moon night, Richter mysteriously vanished. Maria Renard set out to find him, but knew not where to begin. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized from the mist, as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces struggled for the soul of a man named Alucard.
Dun, dun,
He who had once fought alongside Trevor Belmont against his own immortal father, Count Dracula himself. To purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, Alucard had submerged his vampiric powers and fallen into what was meant to be eternal slumber. But now, he awakens to the cackles of evil and cries of the innocent. The eternal battle of good and evil has come full circle once more. Dracula's castle beckons for you. And no man can say who will emerge victorious.
Now, like I said before, I don't remember if this is the first Castlevania without a Belmont as the lead character. I thought that was kind of clever going into this with Alucard, because you have all the vampire stuff that you can do, which is actually really, really cool. Jeez, I forgot how low you start with all this stuff. That's okay. I have all my Alucard gear. The armor, the sword. Alucard sword, the Alucard shield, the dragon helm, the Alucard mail, the Twilight Cloak, the necklace of Jay. And that's all going to stay with me the entire time, right? Alright, now let's take a look at this. So, strength 7 plus 4, con 6 plus 10, int and luck at 6. So, that all was supposed to, from what I understand, be tied to how you did as Richter in defeating Dracula. Obviously, I'm rusty. I didn't do so hot. But we'll see how this goes. Be gone, wolf. A wolf with money. Okay. And I don't have the relics to turn on anything in here, but the way it works for me is I have the OCD of I need to hit all of these candles and whatnot. That was a quick level. So, yeah, we're level 2. You know, it's interesting seeing how quickly this goes, and obviously on the left we have experience of 103. Next level we need 147. So, away we go. Ah, flying things in video games, my old nemesis. Come on, bat. There we are. I gotta say, you know, everyone says Final Fantasy VII has some great music, which I agree, it's got some wonderful music, but for my money, I think that Symphony of the Night here has some of the best PlayStation 1 music that there was. Also, you know, it's tied to the mood, obviously. But it had the gimmick, and I actually do still have the disc around here somewhere, but it was tied, it had the gimmick of being, to my knowledge, the only PlayStation disc with a second track. That if you put a black PlayStation disc in a CD player, you could play a music track, and it would actually warn you, this is a black PlayStation game disc, etc., etc., etc. I don't remember the exact wording of it, but then it will play some really cool music. So it's a lot of interesting stuff in this. I'm going to get into it obviously when we get to various weapons and stuff. Their ties to various other things. I'm a huge Tolkien nerd, so seeing a weapon named Kissagrim for the encircling mountains around Gondolin, you know, hey, I'm here for it. Oh, hello, Death.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Ever the insolent boy. But there will be no games here. If you will not behave, be gone.
I will do neither. Step aside, old man.
Where are your legs?
Such arrogance. Very well. But I shall see you very soon.
And now I go to level 1 gear. Speaking of gear, what do we have? Nothing, 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 nothing. So, I get to fight barehanded. Yay. Gee, I wonder who owns this castle. Could be Vlad the Impaler. And there's my whiny dog again. He doesn't like it when I talk on the phone, so I can just imagine how he feels me talking on a microphone to unseen people. Okay, we actually have a weapon now. Didn't take long. Oh, what have we here? Now, this is something that it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but so on the other side of this wall is a heart max up. Now, when I was first playing this game, I had the heart and life max ups. I thought they were, oh, you get your maximum hearts or your maximum life by hitting this. So I was, oh, I need to save these for later. I can come back and get them. Not realizing they upped the maximum heart and life you could have, as well as filling it. You know, it's just, I had interesting ideas when I was younger. Come here, you. Okay, so Red Rust, what does that do? So it's two-handed sword. Attack goes down with it. I've never used this sword, ever, in playing. There we go. Let us save the game and get all our health back while we're at it. Why not? Okay, back off to our explorations of the castle. Oh, he's not back? That's interesting. I don't think I remembered. Here we go, our first relic. The Cube of Zoe. So what does that do? What does the Cube of Zoe do? It causes items to materialize. So this is now... Bang, there we go. Now when we hit the candles, we get stuff. Money and hearts are the typical things. Alchemy Laboratory. And there's that music again. Cool, huh? Well, at least he didn't hit spikes. And there's nothing beyond here, right? No. It's been a while. I don't remember. I do remember the blood skeletons. They're annoying. There we go. Oh, good. Actually get a shield. Haha. Okay, up and around. Whoa. Duck. You don't want to get that in the back of the head. Oh, yeah, that's right. The elevator that I can never figure out how to get to work. I know you have to have something on the trigger over there. I don't think it's actually meant to work, really. Okay, where are we at? That's what I want. There's a secret area down here. And there's our life max up. I keep trying to do the double jump, even though I know I don't have to like it. Nope, no, nothing else past there. And taking a look at our map, there's a bunch of stuff we have to explore, obviously. But I find it interesting that it shows you, oh yeah, there's obviously empty areas in certain places, but like this the area below where we're at now, it wouldn't have shown me because it's a secret. You know, I like how they do that. How they don't reveal everything. And we have a dagger. Therefore, we're going to need a dagger. That's the way these games work. Oh, those things. Right after flying creatures is the ones that stick to the ceiling. Those things I don't like in video games. Personally, I prefer the axe to the dagger because I like being able to go up like that to a different level. Lay down, silly dog. I have 2 dogs, by the way. One is whiny. Oh, because I was hitting it. Obviously. Now, I know why they do it for the character model and everything, but it would be nice if I don't have a cape on to not show a cape. But, hey, this will increase my con and defense. What the hell? Okay, back where we were. Whoa, boy. All right. We get it. Excuse me a second. Just deal with something over here. There we go. All right. I've got my my stream manager up on a tablet on my leg because I'm obviously playing on PlayStation 4. So it's a little old school here, and it wasn't refreshing properly. So I had to deal with something for a second. And here we go. Can we go down here? No. Can we go over here? No. All right. Save and get my health back. What the heck, I got... Can't hurt to get a level up. Haha. Now I have to say, I've watched the the Netflix Castlevania series. I've watched the first, all the ones with Trevor. And I've also gotten I watched the first season with Richter. I don't know if they made any beyond that. But the Trevor ones, oh boy, the Symphony of the Night stuff that was in there, just excellent, excellent. And obviously the Dracula's Curse information as well. That was really, really good. Not sure if I would necessarily go back and rewatch them, because I mean they were good, but it's not like, oh, they were so excellent. Oh, here we go, boss fight. I must see them again. I forget which boss this is. Oh, these two. Come here. Okay, come here. I would love to be able to fight them. There we go. This demon gets really annoying. Again, flying thing. Come here. Time for a turkey, I think. And back to the shield. Yeah, when he gets the, there we go. That was really pretty annoying. Strike a pose. Okay. So, that gets us through our first boss fight. Bug zombie. Oh, I forgot I could learn that on my own. Huh. Yeah, the spells in this are interesting. Dark Metamorphosis is obviously the one I use the most because, hey, you absorb health from blood. Why not? And what was over here? I knew there was something. Oh, they look cool. Okay. Defense up by 1, intelligence down by 1. When the heck did I get that? Whatever. Okay, let's reorganize here. Eventually I'm going to order that a little differently, but my OCD takes over, and I don't like the blank spaces. Alright, all the way back up, and see where we go from here. Gotta build those parts back up.
Dark Metamorphosis.
Okay. Up we go. Hello. Oh, that's right. That's in the area off the boss area. But I can't get there because I can't fly yet. That's the thing about this game. It makes you go back and do different areas over again later on, which is really nice. Keeps it interesting. Plus, I have never gotten the full enemies list done, so that's another thing that, you know, you want to go back and get that, so that, you know, it's just a completionist thing. I don't want to do that. Oh, the diamond. No. Diamond can be useful in certain situations. I'm not a fan. I used to use it all the time. But I don't think it's as useful as it should be. Okay, where am I? I am over here. So that's going to bring me down. I can either keep going up, or I can go down and explore there. Don't remember which one's which, so I'm gonna go down and see what happens. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by this guy. Potion, always good to have. Whiny dog, not so much. At the sand. The sand, I don't know. I don't know what the point of that is. Alright, so that takes me to a different area. Alright, if you will excuse me a second, I have a phone call. And we are back. All right. So, we're going to head back to what we were doing, which is dealing with the axe knife and me being poisoned. All right, where are we? Okay, so that takes us over there. If we go back all the way to the left, that would be that magical door, which will take us up to the cathedral. Can't go there yet. If we go all the way down in the elevator, that'll take us to the alchemy lab. In fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we go back over this way? Get some blood to heal us. No. I'm incredibly OCD about saving. Anytime I go past the save point, I have to save. It's just... it's one of these... I was raised where there was no saves. In fact, you would get a code to remember where you were in certain games. But that's as close as you got. Okay. And if I'm correct... Yes, this does not have any pillars or anything in it. That does come later with certain ones. But since you can't turn into a bat, you don't have double jump, then there's really nothing we can do right now. And let's go all the way down. And a whiny puppy is behind me. I say puppy, 6.5. Alright, here we are, all the way at the bottom. Oh, yes. Bassiard. What does the Bassiard do? So, lowers my attack and doesn't do anything else, so there's no really point to that. But I did open this area now, so this is where we were before. Sorry. So now we're connected there. That upper portion on the left, that opening, can't get to until we can fly. Or super jump. So now we'll just go right back up in the elevator. Aha. Yes, we must strike our dramatic cloth cape pose. And if you do this, you just go right past the next opening all the way back to the top. I do like how, even though this is a 2D game, they have the layered backgrounds to make it look 3D. So, like, the background won't move as much as the foreground makes it look like it's, you know, 3 dimensions. Quite clever, you know, using the limitations, or working within the limitations, I should say, of the technology they had. So, away we go. So now we completed that area. And now we're able... Whoa, boy. Yes, I know that max out. Just in case. I say that and now no one's hitting me. Alright, let's go into this other area here. Nope, not gonna fall for that. So I'm just gonna go down the bottom again. Okay. The Marble Gallery. Nope. No holy water. No. Hello again. Dracula has some interesting decorating choices. Staying with the axe. Alright, so we're in the Marble Gallery. We go up, down, or to the side. Let's go to the side. I never remember where these are when I first go through the map. So, it's good. Good that time. Okay, let's go up.
Dark metamorphosis.
I'm right. Yep, Clean-Man. In here.
Wait, are you human? What are you doing here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Likewise. I'm Maria. And you are?
Alucard.
Well, if you're a better swordsman than a speaker, perhaps I'll see you again. Farewell.
Thanks. Alright, let's keep going. Oh yeah, I need... Actually, am I... Yeah, I'm maxed out on heart, so...
Dark metamorphosis.
Flea men, if you catch them just right, easy to deal with. If you don't, they're really annoying. I know in general the layout of the castle, but it's been a long time since I played the game. So, you just have to bear with me on this stuff. stopwatch. Useful in the clock tower once you're able to jump. What was up at the top? I don't remember. Besides him. A level, apparently. Oh, right. This is the sealed door that allows you to open those pink borders. So now we go back down. Yeah, these things. Yes, here we go.
Metamorphosis.
Hey, you believe it. Watch.
Metamorphosis.
Where is it?
Metamorphosis.
There he is. Our friend the creepy floating eyeball in the background. Now, if you consider how far back those windows look like they are, that is one gigantic eye. I have no idea where that came from. And, oh yeah, the stone rose. Getting hit by those and turning into stones interesting sometimes, especially if you get the random gargoyle. Why do I remember there being more than two of those? I don't know. But we shall see. The outer wall. Okay, bring it down first. Oh, crap. Yeah, him. Oh, never mind. Alright, so that was obviously a mistake. This one. And I'm dead. Oh no! The horror! Game over. But this is why you save often. Alright, so back to where we were. That was one nasty table. Alright, so where were we? Yeah, so when we went up, that got us around to where we... Yes, that got us around to... to where we were with the magical barrier. Now I'm going to go back up there. That whole... Oh yeah, we have to meet Maria again.
Dark Metamorphosis.
See what I mean about the flame? Annoying.
Wait. Are you human? What are you doing here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Likewise. I'm Maria. And you are?
Alucard.
Well, if you're a better swordsman than a speaker, perhaps I'll see you again. Farewell.
Nice, isn't she? Alright, so
Dark Metamorphosis.
in this case, I'm going to go back. And we're going to go down this time. After we save, because we just met Maria. I don't want to meet her again. Well, not that way again. I only need to do every version of dialogue once. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we're going to go, instead of up and through the clock tower, we're going to go over and down. I always check. I know the walls don't all have them, but I always check. Yeah, see, I can't double jump and get that yet. Oh, the marionettes, yes. And there's stuff over here, I know. Ah, the Spirit Orb. If I remember right, that tells me the names of the enemies. Yeah, oh, shows enemy damage. Okay. Never mind. They did some pretty cool design for all these different areas, like the stained glass and everything. I have absolutely no idea what that stained glass is supposed to be showing, but it looks cool. Oh, yeah, this area's got the pirate ghosts. And this guy. And that ball just kind of sits there. Skelerans. Now, a lot of these are from other Castlevania games, like the NES. There was a lot of those, and the SNES had some new ones. But like I said, I never played the SNES games, so I'm not sure, you know, what's original to this and what's original to other games. Excuse me while I have something to eat. Ouch. Good thing I saved. I don't need to meet Maria again, right? But again, this is why I save often. Because I'm still very low level for this game. And oh, that's cool. 11.4%. What do you know? Okay, so I guess we're gonna... Alright, so my choices are go back, down, and around. Not a fan of that. I'm actually, I really don't like the pirate ghosts, even though I did deal with them fairly easily. So I think I'm going to go back up through the clock tower this time. And we'll go to the outer wall.
Dark Metamorphosis.
So now we're not meeting Maria, so this should just go straight on through.
Dark Metamorphosis.
Now, the one thing I'm not really thrilled about with this game is you've got the possibility of getting multiples of, like, items. So, for example, right now I've got 2 potions. I'm going to use 2 potions. I could get 2 short swords. And there's nothing I can do with them. You know, there's nothing I can... Oh, I do have 2 short swords. So I've got one equipped. I've got one in my inventory. So I can't sell the other short sword. It's just I'm just gonna have all this stuff sitting there that I'm not gonna use again. I would love to be able to get rid of it, but you can't. So like I said, that's like my one negative for this game. We'll go over here. Get to the area we're not allowed to go to, just so we have it filled in on the map, essentially. Plus it respawns these guys. Getting more XP is not a bad thing. Alright.
Dark metamorphosis.
Back to the long hallway.
Dark metamorphosis.
Money. And now all of the stone roses. There we go. So when they take a certain amount of damage, they will open up and have seed pods come out. It doesn't happen very often, from what I remember. Outer wall. You go up. Not down. Up. Because down is bad. Level up is good because we're about to fight another boss. What level are we anyway? Level 8. Okay. Save? Because there's a boss fight coming, you gotta save. Let's see how this goes. That's fun if you have the fairy. Alright. Oh, something broke out of here. Those bars are a good indication that we're going to fight something.
Dark metamorphosis. Dark metamorphosis.
Yep, wrong button.
Dark metamorphosis. Dark Metamorphosis.
Strike the heroic pose. Alright, now since I don't want to deal with that again, I'm going to go back here and save. Helps get some hearts too. And back we go. Through here, there's something in the other room. A sword! A gladius. So what's the difference between a gladius and a short sword? Short sword is one attack less, so you will use the gladius. Gladius. Gladius for gladiator. So over here, something we can't get to without flying. Elevator doesn't work because we haven't put it on yet. Ah, the long library. Which can be really annoying, especially the ectoplasms on the next level, because they curse you, and curse meaning, oh, you can't attack, you can't use your weapons.
Dark Metamorphosis. Dark Metamorphosis.
Bronze cuirass, which is better than hide by a factor of 1.
Dark Metamorphosis.
Back to the Freeman. Nope, mistimed that one.
Dark Metamorphosis.
And away we go. These things really that far up on me in level? I'm gaining levels just by killing them? Interesting. Alright, here are the ectoplasms. So if they touch you, you get cursed. See? And now... So you can wait for the curse to run out, or you can use the uncurse that we got before. So, uncurse. And now go back to load shield. The books are interesting. Yeah, because they're spell books. They're also pretty tough, apparently. At least for where I am now. It's all about the positioning of wherever you are to get them done. Alrighty. Up we go. Which way do I want to go? I'll go this way. Back. There we go. And what is this? The fairy scroll. So what does the fairy scroll do? Fairy scroll displays the enemy's names. Now, I've been saying, oh, this is a spell book, and this is a flea man and stuff like that, because obviously I played the game before. But if you didn't have that up until now, you wouldn't know. And this is all one big map, therefore the enemies are not respawning. We're on our way to see the librarian, because obviously you're in a library. There's going to be a librarian. Da da da.
It's been a long time, old one.
Eh? Why, it's Master Alucard. Come to visit, have we?
I need your help.
Oh, but young master, I could never betray the good count.
You won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
Everyone's got a price. I can't do the Ted DiBiase.
How about this?
Alright, so we sell our Zircon. So we have 2,600 gold. So here's our enemies list. So obviously, we fought Dracula as Richter. And this just tells you, oh, by the way, this was 5 years ago, this is what happened. Okay. Now, other things like the Blood Skeleton. So they have no drops, they don't give you any XP whatsoever. You can kill 1 million of them and it won't do anything. But they always come back. Then we got, like, the Warg. They're weak versus fire. So if you shoot a fire spell at them, there you go. Or the zombie. So they drop a bag of $100 and something else we don't know. We would have to go back and fight them, and eventually they'll drop something else based on our luck, and that will fill in here. So then you have all these other ones like, oh, we haven't fought whatever that is yet. And you can always come back here and you can find out what the weaknesses are, what the drop is. I have never, to my recollection, I have never actually finished this enemies list. It will be nice to at some point. I would like to try and do that with this one, you know, with the game I'm doing via the stream. Tactics, if you want. And I don't know why you would want to spend money on how to defeat things you've already defeated. doesn't make much sense to me.
How about
Items.
this?
Okay, so like I said, we have $2,600. The Jewel of Open. So now we've found 2 blue doors. This will allow us to open them. Makes sense.
Thank you.
Potion, Antivenom, Uncursed, etc., etc. Okay, Hammer. Familiar use only. There are 2 fairies that we can get as familiars. Both of them will use items to help us. And those items, obviously, are going to be, say, familiar use only. Library card, that will basically teleport us right outside his office. Yeah, so it's a, I'm gonna go back here where I know it's safe kind of thing. This would be a good idea, you know, it increases our attack by quite a bit. Mace the same way. And then we can't afford that. We already have a leather shield, can't afford the other stuff. For a defense of +1, I don't think I would spend that money right now. There's not a lot here. Oh, the Joseph's Cloak. So basically, this is... Yeah, it gives you a couple interesting bonuses, but it's really just a vanity thing, because you can go into the system menu and say, oh, I want my cloak color to be this. Okay, fine. Castle map. Alright, so I'm gonna buy this. Now what that does is it gives us areas that is not all of it, because it says basic map, but it'll tell us, oh, this is approximately the kinds of things around there.
Thank you.
So I think I'm going to go for the saber, because if you look at it, the saber and the mace, they have the same attack value. Now I'm aware that some things are more vulnerable to bludgeoning damage as opposed to slashing damage, but I want to save some money. So we're going to do that.
Thank you.
And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to switch that out with our saber. Leather shield is still the best there is. And we're good on everything else. Alright, so now let's take a look at the map. There. So you see we're in the library, the flashing dot. And then it shows us, oh, well, we have all these other areas that we can explore. The clock tower is in the upper right. The cathedral's in the upper left. The very top center, that's Dracula's Keep. Down at the bottom we have caverns. So now we have a general idea, but obviously there's stuff in the middle, and there's stuff below this, and there's stuff to the lower right. So there's all these kind of things that need to get filled in. But for right now, we at least have a general idea of what's there. So let's head out. And now since we've been off the big map, they have all respawned. Oh, there we go. Nice bubble up. And now we're back to the ectoplasm. Yay. we're just going to wait this out. Since there are no enemies here, we'll just wait. It will eventually go away. Like that. Ta-da! Back out to the outer wall. Ooh, foggy. And that's the thing. The weather in this game will change. Whoa, hello, Symphony. Alright, you see that floating thing in there? That's helps you turn to a wolf. But because we do not have the elevator activated, we cannot go in and get it. Alright, teleporter. Please note, the scorpion. The horse. Aha, so this means we're in a different location. Heart max up, and we can now get back to where we were, which will be down here. So the yellow is teleportation. And what I am about to do is I am about to go save. And then I'm going to call it a night. Streaming-wise, I got stuff I gotta do yet tonight. And this was essentially a first stream test, see how everything worked. So we're gonna quit. Okay. Close application.